Ay, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. I turn the whole field to
today on EA Sports. It's week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. Houston Oilers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Oilers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start. I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the MVP of the National Football League in 2018, the former Texas Tech Red Raider, Patrick Mahomes.
Anytime anyone throws for over 300 yards in a game, you know their name is going to be considered for Offensive Player of the Week. And in the AFC last week, our guy got it.
Yeah, he was the guy on top of his game. He'll try to duplicate that here in this one. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
And 5 yards to go.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Chiefs first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
First down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Complete to Devin Duvernay. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 46-yard line.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 16 yards, a first down.
A gain of 16 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And going deep for Hill. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead.
He was defended by Julian Blackmon.
Mahomes to throw once more. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Chiefs.
And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes, and he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Harrison Butker on for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to 8 yards shy of there at the 24. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second down, Eckler. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, head, computer, exactly what you want though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give him 2 yards on that play, and the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he stopped immediately there.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. A quick slant to Hill. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass and they get 12 yards out of it. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These 2 teams all tied after 1.
To 7.
First down, Mahomes, and that is incomplete here. Well, Travis Kelce unable to pull it in, and now it's 2nd down.
That's now 2nd and 10.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to fit?
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 39. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 30. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 20.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. From 21 yards away. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
And now here comes Kansas City. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. People puts it on the ground.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now Edwards-Helaire. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
2nd and 12, operating from the 39.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
From the gun, it's Mahomes.
He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire.
Mahomes 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big game downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short game.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
This will be fielded at the 17. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. A good balanced attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
2nd and 5. The throw taken in by Sims. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Another 1st down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now he's forced out left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. The open man is Smith. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st. Over the middle here to Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. It's their quarterback with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And his guys are going to take the lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
14. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 21-14. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken about 7 yards deep.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Well, Travis Kelce unable to pull it in. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
4 yards to go.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes.
And that to his running back, Edwards-Helaire.
Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, all right, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And it's the Colts who have the lead in the second quarter. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, a touchdown reception. Next, let's get over to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Lamar Jackson has a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. In that matchup, all even in their battle with the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Houston set to take over.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
He's going to keep this again.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39. And obviously, that's well short of the first.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
24, Chiefs 14.
Put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
DJ Reader brought
the last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Mahomes firing complete.
Mahomes pass complete to Devin Duvernay.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Throwing now is Mahomes.
They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8.
First down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown.
Harrison Butker on.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Harrison Butker.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
Shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Jones on the stop.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy is nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Behind the stick, 2nd and 15. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Butker on for the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
And we'll see if they can do it here. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 25 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Quick slant to Brown. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Eckler. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. It's Eckler again. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
That's good.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box.
Not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter play. Back now here on EA Sports as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
28. Oilers.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Mahomes now on 1st down. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football and be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Complete to tight end Kelsey. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down, Kansas City.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you're hitting onto the football and keep the clock ticking.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Butker now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt.
27.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25.
First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston set to take over. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. In just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Keeps it on the option.
Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack.
Jabari Zuniga
leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He'll fire this one deep for Eckler.
That is going to be close, one-handed. Wow. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Going on the ground with Eckler, and he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And his kick is indeed good. And that'll get the lead down to 5.
Chiefs 35.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
And 4 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, Mahomes, a quick slant to Hill. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
To number 10.
Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. That is a dangerous combination right there as we are learning quickly. Mahomes to Hill.
And think about the number of ways that they are dangerous, because Hill can run past anyone, so he can throw it all the way downfield to him. But also on the shorter catches, as we saw here, catch it underneath, catch it in front of someone, he makes a move or uses his speed, and he's still gone. Either way, he can go the distance.
And either way, good luck.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down on the scoreboard, just over 2 minutes to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Open man is Sims. He's got it. First down now, but the clock continues to move. He'll look to throw. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that's caught by Smith. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Dave's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
15-yard line. 12 yards as they get to reset. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training.
It's a foot race. He's at the 40, the 20, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, an 80-yard touchdown, and the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Well, business as usual for them, well on their way to another victory, riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
And that one makes us a 19-point game. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Kansas City, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.